First up, at UFC Vegas 71, we have Brady Hiestand taking on Danaa Batgerel. Brady Hiestand, Brady Hiestand is 6-2 overall. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He is alternating wins and losses. Danaa Batgerel or Batgerel Danaa is 12-4 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off 2 losses in a row. This is a good old-fashioned striker versus grappler matchup. Danaa Batgerel, very good striker. He comes forward. He's got good volume, good speed, solid power. His speed is one of the most impressive things about him. He will beat most people immediately to the punch. Takedown defense just okay at 66%. He's going to need it in this fight because Brady Hiestand's a pretty good wrestler. And he does a solid job establishing positions, racking up control time. Boxing is just okay. He can struggle if you pressure him, but he's got really nice scramble skills, plenty of cardio, and he's coming off that win over Fernie Garcia. That was your lock of the week. That was a crazy come-from-behind win. Fernie Garcia almost had him out of there.
That was almost one of the greatest lock of the weeks of all time. The first punch Fernie threw drops him, and then he almost submits him because I had a wild-ass submission bet on Fernie in that fight.
Well, he was able to survive, then he worked in some takedowns and control. I like Danaa to win this fight. It is a tricky matchup. Danaa's one of those guys, he burst onto the scene, looked great. Now he's on a little bit of a skid, and it's always hard breaking these people down because you just never know when that's going to end, right? Is it just a 2-fight skid and it is what it is? Or that's it. Like he peaked, that's it. Like something broke mentally and he's just never going to be there again. I do think he's going to get it done. I think he's going to be so much faster with his hands. We saw Brady get dropped against Fernie. Danaa's got insane power. I think Danaa's going to light up Brady, be able to defend whatever takedowns come his way, be so much faster. So Danaa's definitely the pick here. But this line tightened a bit. What do you think, Jakey?
Yeah, someone in the chat, by the way, said that they like your hat, which is available, right, in the shop if they like that hat. He said
it is available.
Yeah, he said he specifically likes those like the stitch marks and stuff on there, how it looks all beaten up. And I told him
that's why, and it's not a hard brim. I have a small.
Yeah, and I told him that it didn't come like that. Those are stretch marks for.
Oh, okay. It comes like this. It's called the dad hat, so it's pre-worn. Like Jacob's hat has a hard brim, but Jacob has a massive head for such a tiny body. I have a small head. I'm 6'3", 260.
I do have
and I have a
heads.
My head is small for my body, so I can't wear those hard front hats. Go ahead. Just fucking, what are we talking? Go ahead, break down the.
Well, you're the one getting weird. I don't know. Yeah, I actually, the opening odds were minus 175, I think, for Danaa. I actually think, I agree with those a little bit more. I don't understand the closing of the odds. I guess people are just seeing, cut and dry. Brady can wrestle. Danaa is, his record kind of shows that he's got a first round or bust type of guy, and Brady should be able to withstand the power in people's minds of that first round. But if you watch Danaa in that last fight, He was boxing the same in the first round as he was in the third round. Fast hands. He just got the absolute shit beat out of his front leg.
Couldn't get past the jab.
Yeah, and his front leg was absolutely destroyed. And guess what? He was still marching forward, trying to get the job done. He is just pretty much a pure boxer, but he can do that for 3 rounds. And Brady, as you saw versus Fernie, not only that first punch that Fernie threw, but even in the exchanges after that, Brady is a very hittable guy. And especially if he starts wrestling and he doesn't get a guy out of there because he didn't get Fernie out of there and he was wrestling. He had to overcome a little bit of adversity in that fight, as we mentioned, but he does kind of wear down. And when he wears down, his wrestling becomes a little bit more desperate, and his striking definitely, his hands are low and it is very, very sloppy. And I just think Danaa eventually is going to catch the chin of Brady after he, kind of wrestles himself out and then gets a little bit sloppy on the feet, and Danaa's going to be there maybe a second round KO TKO for Danaa. But I actually like him a lot in this matchup. I don't know what Brady's going to bring. I just don't think he can lay it on him for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I hear you. I think I agree with you. We're on the same side. And you know why we have the best graphics in the game? Because everything is right here on the screen. You said Brady's hittable. Dude only lands 2.83 significant strikes per minute, and he is hit with 4.03. He is hit far more often than he hits his opponents, where Danaa is the exact opposite. Danaa is a high-output guy at 6.22.
Yeah, he's just in there boxing.
Yeah, he's so fast. He literally beats people to the punch. We're both on the same side here. I agree with Danaa. No bet because, I get a little squirrely sometimes with some of these unproven people on 2-fight skids. If you're on a 2-fight skid, but it's because you have been fighting some of the best in the world, or you took a step up in competition, now you're back down, I got no problem. But, Danaa's loss was to Kyung Ho Kang, and he should absolutely win, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. $8,700 to $7,500 DraftKings. While I'm not going to bet on Danaa, I do think he's worth the $8,700. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say probably.
That's all you have?
Well, I don't know what you want from me. I agreed with you. You said, I think it's worth it, so I said probably. Yeah.
All right.
You mean dive into the numbers?
I mean,
do you know how many nickels it takes to make $8,700? I can do it off the top of my head. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking ton.
What an absolute.
Just a fucking ton of them.
There's
going to be a lot of them.
Fucking buffoon of a man. Hold on. In the chat, the guy wants the hat. So go to that shop. We actually have two shops, which is kind of annoying. That shop has the hat. We got to update the shop we have directly in the website. Works great. Has a ton of stuff, but this hat specifically was from the original Streamlabs directly shop. Anyway, we're both on the same side here. I don't have any bets here, but the line movement is interesting, and keep an eye on that with the line movement tracker over the course of the week, especially after weigh-ins. That's when you're going to get the biggest jump, and it's always nice to see where lines start, because lots of times we break down the fights. I just see where it is. And then when I pull up the tracker and I see where it started, it does sway your mind a little bit. And lately, the line movement has been correct. The moving line has been more correct.
What's that?
Are you about to make fun of the noise?
I was about to, and then I actually didn't know. I forgot what it was, and as I was saying it out loud, I remembered what it was, just crinkling that bag of peas.
All right, well, I have a bag of peas on my dick.
Oh, my God, smell it.
The peas do stink. I'm clean. I just showered. Because I got a vasectomy on Friday, and I did too much too soon, and it's quite painful. I don't know how to sit still. It's quite painful. So, there's that.